Hello, hello, hello. We're here. We made it. I think everything is working. You should be hearing me right now. I hope. I really hope so. Alright. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. So many people to say hello to. Kathleen, Renee, Audrey, True, Frederica, Kenny, Ronnie. Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness, it's lovely to see so many of you on a completely different platform. So yes, for those that don't know, I normally stream on Twitch. Shani, the wonderful organizer of this collab, reached out to me and asked if I'd be willing to do a YouTube live stream so that we can take part in this collab. And yeah, I'm here. I think everything is set up. I'm getting messages that I'm coming through, which is wonderful. So yes, let me put you over to the colouring camera and we'll begin. Right, so get rid of the mouse. Ooh. I don't know why a pen is there. So yes, we are going to be working in, surprise, surprise, Mythomorphia today. I mean, do I work in anything else at the moment? No, it feels like nothing else. But hey, that's the goal this year. So, I was debating what to do for a while. I knew I'd be working in Mythomorphia, but like, what am I working in Mythomorphia? And since YouTube streams are generally a little bit shorter than what I'm used to on Twitch, I thought it would be really fun to do something on this channel that's a bit different today. So we're going to do a little bit of a speed challenge where I'm going to try and complete this entire page within the 2 hours live stream. Wow, that was a quick flip for a mistress. You're hearing me all the way loud and clear from Scotland. Fantastic. It's a long way from New Zealand to Scotland, so yes. So what we are going to work on today, hello. So for those that aren't aware or haven't clicked, the Greenman is essentially very similar to, oh my gosh, this book is so falling apart. It's very similar to our copyright information. It is a very similar style. This is just a slightly zoomed up and centralized version of this without the face in here. So I'm going to do the same style of technique that I did for that copyright information because this is a very quick page. And I was like, well, I could probably do that in 2 hours. So that's the goal for today. We're going to try and do this whole thing within the whole live stream. So I have pre-prepped this page with the gesso like I normally do. And I have everything ready to go, and it's officially 9 o'clock, so we're going for it. Oh, so I hope everyone is doing well today. Stay. So I have prepped this page with a couple of coats of the Liquitex Gesso, I think. Reeves Gesso, one of my Gessos. I have a bunch of them. It's pretty much the same thing, whatever I use. And we're going to go for a bunch of greens today. So I don't have a lot of greens in the ink. It's one of those colours that I'm actually lacking a little bit of. You like my video setup and makeup? Thank you. It is pretty much a copy and paste of my YouTube, my Twitch live stream. So, yes, I saw that you were doing that, Renee. It's really cool to see you do it. It's like, I'm glad that you tried it. It's a lot of fun. The official advice for doing this technique is just throw stuff at a page. There is no set formula or anything. Like, gesso the page if you want to protect the backside. But literally, it's just throw stuff at a page. And that's what we're going to do, is we're going to throw stuff at a page. So I'm going to start by dampening my page so that when we drop this ink, it's just going to go Hey, Pickle! So I hope you are all having a wonderful day so far. It's been so cool to see so many streams. I haven't been able to catch many live because New Zealand times, but the ones that I've been watching on VODs and stuff, so cool. It's so cool to see so much. Wow, we're really dark in here today. It should pick up in a moment. I have all my lights going, so I don't know why. Actually, we're looking at it at the bad monitor, not the good monitor. Remember that, Amy? Alright. So I'm going to try and do a bit more of a gradient today as well. So we're going to try and do darker around the outside and lighter in the middle. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try. So I am using the Liquitex acrylic ink, and I also have this wonderful little hand tool opener for jars and stuff that also works really well for opening the inks because my hands suck. Smolt, hello, how are you, hon? It's weird seeing you on another platform, but I'm so glad you can make it. So literally we're just gonna go drop a bunch of stuff on a page. And this is sort of like our quick base, so I am just going to spread this one around a little bit. And this will just guarantee that we get at least a little bit of colour everywhere. And then we're going to start making the blur fade out happen. Cool. So again, because I want that lighter middle. Oh my god, this is why we use the tool, Amy. You're freaking out? There's nothing to freak out. If we ruin it, we buy another book and we redo it again. Like, I've already done this page technically. It's the copyright information. So, it's fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Yo, just, you know, have fun. Have fun with your colouring books. Just go for it. Somewhere around here, I have a water spray bottle. I was using it for my face paint the other day. There it is. And now we're just going to start playing. Right, we definitely need more on that page. We're also going to pull out some gold. So literally the biggest thing with this technique is it is just throwing stuff at a page. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of minutes. I also have, hey Yana, this Kaisercraft Mist Shimmer spray. I brought this on clearance a while ago. It is just an acrylic spray, but it's got an iridescence medium to it. So it's yet another thing that we can throw at the page. It's incredibly quick. So now I'm just going to, especially with this gold is very chunky. And then, now we've got lots of stuff on the page, we can start lifting some of it up and creating those really cool textures. Chuck it all and see what happens. Exactly, Pickle. Exactly. We're just throwing stuff at a page. I should have had more coffee before I started. I've already had 3 coffees, but you know. Hey Silk Gypsy, how you going? I am freaking out the chat. You're all never going to want me back on YouTube again. You're going to be like, nope, stick to your Twitch. Get out of here. You're too scary. You're too scary. we're gonna get very... Nope, you're stuck here now. Nope. But I miss my Twitch redeems and my funny sounds. Cool. You're feeling right at home? I'm glad, Pickle. I'm glad. Dawn, hello. So, the other thing I am going to do, so it's around here that his eyes are. So we've got a nice clean one, and we're just once again gonna pick up just a bit of that center, because again, the focus is gonna be his face. Now I know it's looking really blown out right now. It's gonna look really blown out, but we're gonna bring a lot of those details back in. So this is just about creating that initial base layer. So cool. Making sure we've got lots of blends and textures and interesting bits and pieces, and I think we're gonna get some splatter going now. See, look how quick this is. We've literally been streaming for 8 minutes and we already have the base entirely done. She read to 4 hours on YouTube in 4 hours only. I might be swinged. I don't know. I'm very comfortable on Twitch. I've been on Twitch for 8 years, so Twitch is very much my home. But it is lovely to hang out with all of you here as well, so maybe I'll just have to do a 3rd live stream a week and do one on YouTube as well, you know. And then my whole channel is just going to be VODs. Just nothing else but live stream VODs where I just ramble for hours on end. So we've got the white ink. I put a little bit of water on my brush and we're just smacking it down and creating some splatter. And because the background is still half wet, because this is acrylic ink, so it dries pretty quickly, some of these splots are going to blend a little bit and some of them are going to stay pretty pigmented. I just find it fun to add like splatter and mess and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to do the same with the gold, because who doesn't love a bit of gold? Gold's got a little bit more loose to it. And we'll focus some heavier spots around the edge, since that's our darker area. Boom. Right. In 10 minutes, we've completed our background. We've completed most of this page already. So, what I am going to do now is I am going to put you lovely people on mute for a moment while I blast this with a hairdryer. Because I'm not fancy enough to have a proper heat gun, so I use a $5 hairdryer to dry my art. And it's worked well for 5 years. $1 a year, that's my kind of budget. Mona, hello! Hello. Alright, so I'll be back, still here, just on mute. Thank you, Frederica. I'm glad you find it cool. So, you already want to try it? I'm glad. I hope you do. It's very fun and comes together very quickly. So yeah, we've changed our... This is also why I use junk mail to protect my desk, because it's like, rip a page off, you got more underneath. Shani, can you try this technique, please? Please. Please. Hi to anybody that I miss. This chat is so fast and so full of highs that I might have missed some people. I think I missed Bonnie before, so I do apologize. It's fast. Y'all talk fast, but that's fine. Kia ora to all of you. The paper is holding up absolutely fine. So there's a little bit of transfer on this side, which I was prepared for. I have not worked on the side, and I have plans for this background that involves black, so I'm not too worried about a little bit of edge spray. You can seal your page down with a bit of masking tape to stop bleed through, or washi tape, or any sort of edge protector. But basically, because I put those couple of layers of gesso down to protect the page, it's a lot thicker than normal, which means you saw how much water and ink I chucked at this page. Like, it's holding up. There's no bleed through at all. Again, there's just a little bit of edging, and that's because of the spill onto the protective material. So I just put clear gesso. It's somewhere around here. I've got a couple of brands of it. I've got Liquitex, I've got Reeves. You can use white gesso as well. It's just going to make your layers, it's just going to white out the image a bit more and reduce the black of the lines, which can be quite advantageous depending on what you're trying to achieve. But yeah, so you can see my book that is absolutely falling apart. So I did the same thing on there. Come here. This spread here, paper is completely flat, nothing to it. No, this one I had no bleed through, no nothing. Same thing when I did the Mims, which this one is fully on my channel, and I did this whole thing in acrylic inks, including painting all the details and stuff, and again, nice and solid. And this one, when I did this background, I had actually previously coloured the pages behind it, and this one actually uses like water soluble markers. This one uses distress ink, so both of these are activated with water, and because of those protection layers, neither of them have been budged at all. So yeah, the key is to put a couple of layers of the gesso down just to protect the page. And it will add not only the strength to your page to handle all that wet media, but stop it ruining what's behind it. Yeah, gesso, either the clear, you can use the white, but you'll need to use it thinner and it may block out some of the lines. I just prefer the clear because then I can still see the lines. Couple of layers of gesso, let it dry, and then I put down a layer of water, and while it's sitting on top, because the gesso also stops the water absorbing, then I just throw on ink, and you just let it blend and spread, and you just chuck shite at a page. That is the official advice. There's no other way to describe it except chuck stuff at a page. You think it needs more? Chuck more on. You think it needs less? Use a towel and pick some up, and then chuck some more back on. Yeah, it can seem scary, but honestly, it's so much fun. And if you're not sure, grab like a PDF or, you know, something that's on a separate piece of paper where you don't need to worry about the back, that you can just practice throwing stuff at. Like, just go for it. Just go for it. Hi, Marcy. Welcome to stream. Your third Kerby of the week is complete. Well done. I have not completed... Well, I have completed a Kerby this month. I have not completed any Kirby's this week, but the first half of this week was not a very productive time for me because I was very tied up with everything else. Needs less, just add more. Yeah, pretty much. That's my rule for most things, though. This needs less, let's add more. This needs less, let's add glitter. This needs less, adds tons of sparkles and splatter. Alright, so I have now pulled out, whoops, I just dropped a bit of white on the bottom of the page there, and that's fine. I have now pulled out 3 particular colours. I've pulled out white and black, and then I've pulled out the muted green. This is pretty much the only green I have pre-made up. I have obviously blues and yellows that I can use to add to a page. And I think I'm going to pull out some gold as well, and we're just going to start having fun and painting some details. I'm wondering if maybe I should do his eyes like a bright yellow or something. I mean, I got the gold. My green is running right off the page there. Alright, so, now we just kind of figure out what the heck we're doing, which I kind of don't know. This is where I just kind of make stuff up. I mean, I'm always making stuff up. I don't know. I tackle a lot of plans with a lot of pages without a plan. I tackle a lot of plans without a plan as well. Fun fact about me, I also don't word all that well sometimes. It's like my brain goes 50 sentences ahead of where I'm currently talking. It's probably all the caffeine. It's not going to stop me drinking caffeine. Alright, so I'm going to make up some sort of dark green shade here. And we're just going to start working some of these shadows. So this page is now completely dry. When I blasted it with the hairdryer, not only did I blast the top, you would have seen I flipped it over and blasted the back side, just in case any moisture that was like sort of sitting halfway, it kind of helps it dry out a bit better. And I find it also just sort of helps with the page to like flatten it out again, because sometimes with heat it can curl a little bit. I don't know if that's just like me being pedantic or something. I think it helps, so I do it. Probably does absolutely nothing, but hey. And yeah, so I've made up a color, and I'm just going to use various strengths of this ink to start pulling out certain areas of the page. And we essentially are going to paint the entire page. But how is everyone doing? Has everyone been loving all this Kirby? Are you all sick of it? Because I'm coming into this Kirby marathon having just done my own personal Kirby marathon last month. So I'm still loving Kirby, but I'm also like, I really want to start also doing some other books. But I have a goal, and I am determined to finish this book this year. I will say I am not doing 12 Kirby pages this month. If I can just get my 6 done, we're good. We're good. We're calling it at 6 this month. I have so many new books to colour in, and I haven't been able to touch them, and I want to colour in them. But I'm still absolutely loving it. And again, Mythomorphia is such a special book to me, so I'm very much like still of the mindset that I love it. I'm still adoring what I'm creating, and I think the first page I created this month has been one of my favorites in a long time. My little mushroom woodland troll. Autocorrect hates you? That's okay. I speak spelling error pretty well. In fact, I speak in spelling error quite often, so you're absolutely fine. Loving all the Kirby. Heck yeah. It's so cool to see. I love the art, but the thought of the colouring so much detail scares you. I think, like, most people, I just explain breaking it down. Like, this looks like a lot on a page, but right now I'm just focusing on the nose. Then I'm going to focus on the eyes. Then I'm going to focus on the eyebrows. And then we just spread out from there. It's just finding a page element that you can grasp onto, working that detail, and then finding the next thing. When it's like a big hydra on a page with the ocean and ships crashing and clouds, it's like, okay, focus on one element, focus on the boats, focus on the water. If you look at the page as a whole, they're incredibly detailed. If you look at it per element, then it's like, oh, it's just a boat. I'll just colour a boat. Oh, it's just some sky. I'll do a sunset. Oh, it's just some water. It's a lot of water, but it's just some water. Oh, look at that. I've coloured a whole page. Shouldn't do that directly in front of the camera. Yeah. Pretty much. There's just a lot more lines in these ones compared to some artists, but not all. I know, I enjoy it. For me, when I first started my colouring journey, so for those that haven't watched about my history, I used to be an artist here on YouTube, which you can still find my terrible old videos and do not recommend, but they are still up there because I haven't removed them. And then I took a step away after I started working full time and just putting my energy into other places. And when I got sick, my hands flared up so badly that I could not do art anymore. And for me, being creative is a very important mental health tool to keep well. And it's very important to me to be creative. It is one of my defining features. Everyone that describes me will say, oh, she's so creative. It is part of who I am. So to have something take away that very core essence of yourself is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly challenging. And because I couldn't hold a pencil and draw, there was just this moment of my life of, what am I going to do? And I found some kids' colouring books, and that's how I started colouring again, or doing creativity again, like training myself to hold a pencil, because my hand was so badly swollen and damaged I couldn't even hold a pencil. And it was like, okay, cool, yeah, this is a training technique, it's fine. When I found Mythomorphia, which was my first ever Kerby book, there was just this, oh, this is what colouring could be. Because I was aware of Joanna Basford, which at the time I was aware of, like Magical Garden and Enchanted Forest. Having a mind blank on the first one. But like the idea of doing tons of flowers wasn't really my thing. And then I found Kerby with like dragons and, you know, mythic monsters, and because I am a classic nerd, I was like, oh, this is what colouring could be. Okay, this is cool. Didn't touch it for ages because I was too scared. So fully get it. But it made me fall back in love with art and colouring, and just gave me such hold through those difficult times. And now obviously I've got a lot more control back with my hand, and I'm doing a lot better. But Kerby still holds a special place in my heart, because this was the first book that I found and I went, oh damn, okay, you know? So that's why for me completing Mythomorphia is such an important goal this year. Even if I have to do 6.3 pages per month. Hey, Carol. I have completely missed a ton of chat. Samsara, are you saying that you're scared of Kerby? You don't need to be scared, and your first ever colourings have been absolutely beautiful. But it's okay as well. Like, I fully understand that Kerby's not for everyone, because some people are just not into it, and that's absolutely valid. We all have colouring artists that we do or don't want to color in on, and that's absolutely fine. There's so many coloring artists out there. It's like, you don't like that? Find what you do like. Color what you enjoy. But also during this 2 weeks with Shani, if you want to try Kerby, 2 weeks with Shani. 2 weeks with Kerby by Shani. This is what I'm talking about. My brain and words just goes... This ink splatter is my brain and words. But yeah, if you want to give it a go, give it a go. Like, at the end of the day, what's the worst that's going to happen? You don't colour a page to what you want to? Well, you learnt along the way and you tried. You hate the page? Well, you can grab another book. You can grab another copy. It is just paper. Hey, Wilson! Right. We are half an hour in. How are we going? I'm starting to add some shading. Exactly. Messing up one page does not ruin a book. Exactly. I have pages in Mythomorphia that I'm not happy with, you know? Doesn't mean the book's ruined. It's just like, cool, I didn't achieve what I was hoping to achieve on that page, but I did complete the page, and I tried. And I'm pretty sure that in like 4 years' time, when I look through the finished, completed Mythomorphia, I'm going to look at some of these pages and go, God, why did I do that? And the fact is, I just haven't learnt the technique for whatever I want to learn at that point or am at that point. So, you know. Samsara, if you coloured Kerby and did not tell me, I would be so mad at you. I would expect daily progress shots. Tamara, hello, welcome in. We all learn something with every page. Exactly. Exactly. I am pretty sure I have missed a bunch of you to say hi. So kia ora to all of you. I'm sorry if I missed you. This chat is fast. But also, I'm trying to be fast today. Again, this is a speed challenge. We're trying to get this entire page done in one live stream. Because I just think that's fun. And I like putting arbitrary pressure on myself. Does it need to be done in one live stream? No. Are we going to still try and do it in one live stream? Yes. Alright, I want to try and get some of this eye detail a bit more. Ooh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I find that the pages I avoid are the ones that I do to push creativity to improve. Exactly, Yana. Exactly. I put off doing the copyright page for so long because I was just like, that's just a pile of leaves. That bores me to no end. And then I was like, well, this page bores me and I don't care if I screw up. So let's try applying your crazy water techniques to it. And now that copyright page has inspired the Merms page, this page, and I have another page that I'll probably do in a similar technique in there. Because it's like, oh, and it's unlocked this whole thing of, oh, I can actually use a lot of wet media in Kerby if I just put the work in to prep the page, so it's, you know, protected. So, and I never would have tried it if I wasn't like, well, I don't really care about the page, so hey, let's just throw stuff at it and see what happens. Dude. I think the sad thing is well, it's not really sad, but it's like once I finish this book, I'm going to be so tempted to get another copy. Even though I have some double ups of the pages because of like Mythomorphia or World of Color or anything like that. There's collaboration books, and the collaboration books are coming out this year. So it's like, A, I don't need to because I've got pages that I can color it again. But also it's like, I'm going to feel very empty without a Mythomorphia book on my shelf to work in. I'm also going to have to find a nice new place to store the completed colouring books, because I have never actually completed a colouring book fully. So I'm on the way to finishing 2 though, which is kind of cool. Like I said, Mythomorphia is a goal this year, but we may also actually end up completing another colouring book this year, which is kind of cool. Alright. So I just want to make these eyes, like, eyes are so important. So we might end up spending a little bit of time on the eyes, but also, eyes are important. I am not losing my voice right now. Cooperate, voice. Melissa, hello. Kia ora, welcome to stream. Afternoon, it's afternoon there. It is 9:30 in the morning here in New Zealand. It is such a cool feeling. I imagine so. It feels cool to watch as I like tick off another one and look at the percentage of a book increase and be like, ha, we're getting there. We're getting there. So right. The thing is, where those eye dots were originally placed, they just make the eyes feel crooked. I don't like that. So let's go. If we round you out to the side and then even you out, and then we add additional eye shinies down here and across here because I like eye shinies. We're going to use the black and come back in. Don't bleed too much. Don't bleed too much. It's a bit dangerous doing this while the white is still wet. I thought you were from New Zealand. Yes, I am from New Zealand. You watch Taskmaster NZ? I haven't actually watched it. I don't watch TV because there's just so much to watch online that I forget that I have TV, which sounds bad, but also there's so much content to watch now. But I have heard good things. I'm pretty sure my mum watches it because she keeps telling me to watch it. But yes, I am a Kiwi. I am stuck in the middle of the ocean at the bottom, you know, half the time. Most of the maps forget about it. It's good times. You watch it on YouTube? I should actually look at that. Then again, I don't need more content to watch, but I might get there eventually. I know it's on the list of things that, like, people keep telling me to watch, so eventually one day when, you know, I somehow end up with spare time, I'll sit down and watch it. It's quite good to have those sort of shows that you can have on in the background while you're doing other things as well. Although, admittedly, I usually put on an audiobook. That's my go-to with background noise. I do love a good audiobook. Yeah, we do usually live on Twitch as well. There's so many amazing people out there, and the thing is, like TV shows are great, movies are great, and it's really fun to go and watch, but there's something about like being in live streams or people's YouTube videos that is like self-made content where you get that person's perspective that I just find really intriguing and interesting, rather than like, you know, the commercially produced content and stuff like that. It's like I'm talking to somebody specifically, and like when I'm in, you know, a live and you actually get to talk and interact with someone and hear about their perspective, it's really cool to see, you know. Hi shinies, we love our shinies here. I love all kind of shinies. Or a mix of gesso. I have not, Marilyn. I do want to get some watercolor ground. I would like to try it. It's just purely a case of I don't have any, and I don't have the funds to spend $55 on a jar of watercolor ground at the moment. I did look into it. But yes, the I think it's Daniel Smith watercolor ground. I've heard really good things about that, and that is what I would probably invest in if I could. Is it small? How do you find using it with the watercolors? It's, yeah, the thing, I think what I was reading up on it, it looks like gosh, my chat is so delayed on my actual overlay, but hey, I probably have set up the delay wrong on it. That's what it is. The watercolor ground is meant to dry a little bit flatter than gesso, and I've seen people use it for different media to stop bleed through, even alcohol markers. It depends on the texture though, that's the biggest thing. Like right now, the reason why I'm painting rather than using pencils is because we have so much texture from the gesso that we're gonna just chew up pencils. Oh, I am so sorry. My landlord is ringing me right now. I better get this. Hello, Amy speaking. Hi. Oh. Mystery package turned up. They usually leave the packages by my door, but for some reason, because the building I live in, my landlord's offices are in here too, and they've just left it with my landlord. So it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting one today. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Ooh, enjoy full body shot. Ooh. Thank you. Only problem with doing things like that is you get to see my pajamas, because we do business on top and then pajamas on the bottom every time I live stream. Alright. It's too thick. I have to press the button. not bad, but it's weird. Okay, well that's good to know. I mean, the gesso, I know what I can achieve with it, and I have it, so yeah. Saipai, hello! You went to visit Cece. I hope Cece's doing okay, hon. It's lovely to see you. Also, yes, mystery package is a mystery, and I have no idea what it is. Like, I haven't ordered anything, so I don't know what it is. And this address is not one I hand out. I hand out a generic address. So, I don't know who has my home address and what is it. We'll find out in time. Actually, it could be my graduation tickets, because the school does have my home address. No, it's too small for a colouring book. And it's like a very small package, so it could be my graduation tickets. Which I need to let the school know. I may need some extra graduation tickets now. So excited. For those that haven't seen, I am graduating this year. I have managed to get my Bachelor in Applied Science and Psychology, despite everything going on. It's been a mission, but also really, really wonderful. So I finished it at the end of last year. So I will be graduating this year, and not only am I graduating, but my school has asked me to be the graduate speaker at graduation and represent the entire class that's graduating. So it's pretty big deal and pretty like mind-blowing honor. So yeah. So I'm also drafting a speech at the moment. I sent for a very rough outline to the school of like what I would cover and how it would go, and I'm just waiting to hear back and get the approval. And then we'll sit down and refine and practice and refine and practice and refine and practice and refine. Alright, so we've got a bit of shadow in there, so you can see we're starting to pull out some of those details again by adding in the shadows. Where's my tissue? And then the other thing we can do, because the shadow moves stuff back, and then we can use our white to bring stuff forward as well, and it will help give that sort of 3D texture to stuff. Dayla, hello, welcome in. Thanks for all the congratulations. I'm still pretty like holy moly about it all. Again, like the graduating class is huge, so it's again a really big honor. Yeah, and I almost didn't answer the phone call because the person that rang me, like I didn't have their number saved and it didn't come up that they were ringing from my school. And I'd been having a bunch of like scam phone callers ring me all day, so I was just ignoring this phone call. But she rang 3 times in a row, and it was the fact that she was continually ringing in a row that was like, maybe I should look into it. So I googled the number, which made me immediately pick up her details from the school website, and I'm like, oh crap, it's school. I think it's maybe, you know, maybe there's a problem with me graduating. Oh my gosh, maybe I'm not graduating. Answer the phone. Oh no, you're graduating. You're good. You're good. Yeah. The gold ink is making you nervous? Why is the gold ink making you nervous? Because it's a big glob of it there? Come on, it's me. If I don't get paint everywhere. Have I really painted? I mean, I just forgot to cover my laptop, so now my laptop's covered in even more paint splatter. You're gonna love it. It looks fantastic. It's covered in gold and white spots. There's a couple on the screen as well. But it's just acrylic. I'll pull out an alcohol wipe and remove it again. I mean, the amount of times I've got ink splitter on my computer. You wait till we get to the end, and when I start doing the crazy fun stuff at the end, because I have a shimmer spray that I haven't used on the page yet. Notice the color? Black. Mine has acrylic paint splatter on it too, and alcohol. Yeah. So the alcohol wipes that I use, I'm only using on like the surface areas and the 70% alcohol wipe. So what we use at the lab to clean the computers, because I work in a medical laboratory, and so like we have to wipe down our computers with alcohol for reasons. And yeah, I've had no issues with it, like removing, you know, details or anything, but yeah. Yeah, so rubbing alcohol is like a lot stronger proof. I just have somewhere around here. They're in my jar of my random bits, which includes my lip gloss and my nail files. So I just have these things here. They're just 70% isopropyl alcohol, and it's good because it's just a tiny little swab. Open it up, rub the spots away they need to rub it off. That sounds dodgy. And then chuck it out. And again, it's similar to what we use at the lab. We also have like bigger bottles for bigger spills, but during COVID we all got like piles of those things because, again, COVID and all sorts of stuff. This is going to be such an awesome page. Thank you, Yana. I'm glad you are enjoying it. I hope you're all enjoying the stream. It's definitely fun being here on YouTube instead of the usual Twitch. Alright, let's start bringing up around under the eye, though I think I didn't actually end up doing any shadows under here, but we can always add those on later. No worries. More than happy to share the tips I can. Thank you, True. I appreciate that. So yeah, you can see with the white starting to really bring out those face details. Let's give our little tree man a nose highlight, because everyone loves a little bit of highlight on the nose. How are we going for time? We are almost an hour in. Okay. Oh, I don't know if we'll complete it in 2 hours. I'm getting nervous. It's an optimistic goal. Try our best. Lip shinies. Does it look like he is maybe wearing lipstick? Yes. Do I mind? No, because he looks fabulous. You wear your lipstick with pride, Mr. Treeman. Hello, my colour. Welcome in. How are you going today? Yeah, you can go over. Oh, Renee. No. We changed the time so that you could go too. Like, if you're genuinely not going to stream, I'll keep going. Because again, I'm used to 4 hours. It's nothing for me to do 4-hour streams. But I'm not going to overtake your time. I'm trying to figure out when I'll do the next mega stream as well, because I do like occasionally doing a mega stream. I just have to time it right, because I would like to do another charity stream as well. I do. It was so much fun doing the last charity stream. Such chaos, but so much fun. So much fun. Okay, you can use it, Raw. There you go. We will just keep going until we go. I do have a dentist appointment at some point today, but I don't think that's till 2. I have to check my phone. If it's not in my phone, it's not happening. That's my rules. I forget otherwise. I just forget what's going on. It's like, I wanted to do this with you. Did you contact me 4 weeks ago about it so I could put it in my phone? You know, I'm planning my schedule. No, I just thought we could do it impromptuly. Yeah, no. No. I'm booked up for the next 4 weeks. You have to contact me. We plan this. Exactly. Let's not make poor Shani throw something, because the thing that's probably closest to Shani right now is their computer. And they may need their computer. Right, we just went way too splotchy there. We'll just blend it out a little bit. Alright, we're really starting to get some of those facial details in there. Like, it's really starting to have a bit of a face. I am colouring with alcohol ink. Not alcohol ink. My gosh, acrylic ink. It is a Liquitex acrylic ink. So it's basically, I mean, you can achieve, it's basically like, I want to say it's acrylic paint that's just watery. Yeah. Yeah, Renee, you should probably play it safe. That's a bit scary. Alright. So I'm actually thinking with some of these bigger leaves, we might even bring some of our gold back in. But we'll just get some more highlights in there. And then we also have some bigs in here that I was going to pull out. Like, we have a little dragonfly down here, and I think that would be cute if we pull out some black, we pull out some gold, we pull out a lot of gold because black is very pigmented. And we're just going to make a little feature big. gonna use that same pile of slightly tinted gold, add a bunch of white to make a pale gold, and that's gonna be our wing color. Right, there's our big. I am really glad you have been trying it, Renee. It's honestly just, it's so fun, especially after doing so many pages where, you know, like we can sometimes have a tendency to get very controlled and very pedantic and be like every little area. And this, it's like, throw stuff at a page. Just throw it. Literally, you saw me. I just went on the page. That is the technique. And it's very refreshing after, you know, doing those very pedantic, careful pages for just oh so long. Alright, so as we move out from the face, I'm going to be a lot less pedantic with these areas, because the face, obviously, I want to make sure we're pedantically highlighting it and placing those highlights, because the face is important. We want that contrast, we want that detail, but we want that care. As we go out, doesn't matter so much, because it's all about here. The rest of this, well, it's here. And what we choose to pull out is what we choose to pull out. Is that another big? That is another big. Let's do you. Since we're right here. We've got another big. No idea how to be careful when coloring. He's like, shading on the nose looks like a friendly Vecna from Stranger Things. Heck yeah, I will take that compliment. I am so for that. Do love a good Vecna. Before I started live stream today, I had to get a bunch of paperwork off in the mail for my disability parking card. And it's easy because the same shop that I buy all my Colouring Heavens from, which is the magazine store that is directly under my apartment building, so handy. She stocks a lot of things like stamps and cola. And so I just popped down there, and her brother owns a connecting shop. It's either her brother or her husband, and I'm 90% confident it's her brother. So we're going to go with that. Owns a connecting shop that's around the corner, but they have a connecting back passage, and it's a secondhand bookstore. So I often pop into the secondhand bookstore as well and just pick up like a new novel to be read, and then, you know, drop it back off or something. And he helps out in her shop in the morning before he opens up his bookshop for the few hours that he does each day. And I'm in there and I'm like, you know, buying my stamp and getting my paperwork away. And he's just putting some stuff away, and he goes, "Oh, Amy, I know you do the whole colouring thing." And I'm like, "Yes, Liz, I do." He's like, "Yeah, I got a bunch of new secondhand books yesterday, and it hasn't been used, but I have some colouring books." I'm like, I'm there. I'm about to go do a live stream, but I will be down after 11 o'clock. You give me first look, you know. So he just cracked that laugh, and he's like, "Cool, yeah, I thought you might be interested." So maybe some secondhand colouring books. So apparently there's a Game of Thrones one. which is funny because I also just found a Game of Thrones colouring book for $3, brand new, which is a steal here in New Zealand because colouring books are usually $30 to $40. So ooh, I am very curious to see what we might get. All right. Heck yeah, side pie. Take advantage of that, and then when CC does come back, they come back to a nice clean area. Alright, let's add some shading behind this little vine. We've got shadow behind here, and then you'll fade into that shadow, which is cool. So let's bring this leaf out. So now it's just kind of choosing what leaves we want to highlight and what leaves we don't want to highlight. And hoping our ink doesn't completely dry out in the meantime, because that is also a risk. Kind of wondering if working on a wet palette like you do for miniature painting, for tabletop roleplay game models and stuff like that, might be quite advantageous while working with this ink, because I do like thin it out pretty thin sometimes, and then it can just dry out. Alright, that's looking pretty good that side. Need to do a bit more work this side though, for sure. Blend that out so it's not so clearly just a line around our leaves. Add a little bit of detail here. Right. Just a little bit of shadow in here. That just needs a bit of pop out. Thank you, Dayla. Right, more white. Push some back. Now we pull some forward. Push and pull, push and pull. Oop, that was a little bit too far, but that's okay. We'll clean that up in a second. Cool, so I think I just want to get these bottom leaves a bit more. Just add some definition around there. can also start to bring out those top leaves. We do technically have another bug in the corner, but I'm just going to kind of ignore that one. You know, these ones are special. They get a little bit more attention. They're smart enough to be near the face, so hey, they get the focus. You want to hang out in the shadows? You're going to be in the shadows. Talking like the bugs have a choice in this. It's all good, side pie. It's good though that it's all ready for him when he gets out of the vet. I'm glad he's going to be okay. Alright, so we have some little leaves up here. And then we have these big leaves. As my niece would say, a big leaf. And start bringing out some of those details again. Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering as well, because I very much control the amount of water I add, so the wet palette could just add too much water. I have like different sections here with differing amounts of water, and it could just be a case of adjusting it in turn, but then sometimes I use the ink straight with no additional watering down, depending on how opaque I want the colour. So yeah, but if you wouldn't mind experimenting, that would be wonderful, Samsara. I adore you. Thank you. Because if it works, then yeah, it's something that I will need to look into. You're welcome, Dayla. It's been really fun. I'm so glad it would work out that I could come and join in on the event. Like I said right at the start, I am usually on Twitch, but Shani reached out and asked if I'd be willing to do a YouTube live stream. I was like, yeah, sure. We'll try it. It's been really fun. It's been really fun hanging out with y'all. Yeah, I do upload them to YouTube, so you don't miss out. I've had to do like a combination of the last couple because it's like 15 hours of footage or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's what I'll do. I upload to YouTube the Twitch live streams on my Tuesday and my Friday, and it is the previous live stream. So like you can watch it and then jump into Twitch to see the continuation of where we're at. So tomorrow's live stream that's going up on YouTube is Tuesday's live stream, and we'll show, plus it's part of Friday's live stream because that turned out to be a mega stream. But yeah, it'll show the progress so you can like watch it and then go, oh cool, and then you jump over to Twitch and you get to see it live. So yeah, but yeah, I just upload the VODs because I'm aware that, you know, it's a completely different platform and it is hard to move platforms sometimes. You know, there's like pros and cons to each of this, obviously being YouTube, like once this live stream's done, it's an instant VOD. It's there, it's ready to go, which is pretty cool. And with y'all being on YouTube, you know, it's easier to reach your existing audience. But then I also have been on Twitch for so long and I have a different audience on Twitch as well. So it's very weird, and I'm slowly trying to get them to like find a happy medium, and some are over here and some are over there, and yeah, but it works and I like it. Yeah, it's not just a gamer. There's a lot of gamers on it. There's a little bit of colouring, but mostly from French artists, I find. But there is quite a popping art community on there. And so while you may not find direct colouring books, you can find a lot of really interesting art streamers. And honestly, like, it's always incredible what I find live on there. And I think that's the big difference in what's putting me off moving to YouTube, is that the discovery feature on Twitch is very easy. It's like I can stumble across new people easily, and I can find really interesting people and go, you're so cool. I found a magician. I found somebody designing their own tarot card picker. I found wood burners. I found pottery makers, glass burners, glass melters, sorry, whatever. I don't know the exact term. They're making jewelry out of glass. It was really freaking cool. Bakers, DJs, like, it's incredible what you can find, and you can find it rather easily. YouTube, it's not the best, and I know they're working on it, and eventually they'll get there, I'm sure. But because, again, I have that audience that is linked to Twitch, because, again, been on Twitch for 8 years, so but yeah, it did primarily start off as a gaming live stream platform, and yes, it is the primary platform for a lot of game streamers. There's a lot of other people who use it for other means. So yeah, I don't know, I like it. I like there's quite a few different little interactions and ease of setup, because again, Twitch has been established for so long. So when I was setting up for the YouTube thing, there's certain things in the background that were a lot more difficult to set up because the support isn't there for YouTube that is for Twitch. But it doesn't mean one is inherently bad than the other. They each have pros and cons. Each platform has pros and cons, and at the end of the day, stream where works for you, because you've got to stream when works for you. I stream at the time that suits me. I stream when it suits me, you know. And I am enjoying the different platform of YouTube. It is a different platform. It has a different setup. It has different features, but I can see advantageous points in those features. And maybe I'll get to a point where I'll also do a YouTube live stream once a week. We will see. Again, this is meant to be the year where I slow down and do less, and I'm somehow ending up doing more. Because Amy's bad at saying no. But yeah, I am definitely enjoying it. And I'll be back here again on 9 a.m. next Thursday, my time. Like, you've still got one more of me on YouTube for certain. And I'll keep playing around with the settings in the background and seeing if I can figure things out and get some more of my little widgets and stuff installed. And we'll see how we go. But I think we've just about got the space done. Let's bring out a little bit down here just to balance out this bottom bit. There's actually a bee down here too. You downloaded the Twitch app the other day, got lost and closed the app. That's also valid. The app is a little different than on a computer as well. Hey Danielle! Yeah, so basically when you sign up, you just hit the browse feature, and then you can look for a specific category. I'm guessing most of you would want the art category, because that's where most of us creatives go. And then you just start looking and seeing what people are doing, and they will put in their titles and tag what they're up to. And if someone looks interesting, you just pop in and check them out. And then if you like it, you hang around. You don't, you find someone else. Yeah, like I said, I think that's the big thing, is just the ease of discoverability, because I'm always finding new people on there. Always finding new people. And that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to use our slightly bigger brush now. And I'm going to use this to start just like... Oh, that does kind of work around that bee. Okay, maybe we will need to make that bee a feature. We'll make the bee a feature. Congratulations, bee, you're being noticed. And we're just going to blend this out and just kind of blur out a bit of this area. Because again, we do want the focus to be on the face. Where'd my little brush go? Gosh, I love this brush. I really should get some more of them. Andromeda! Hello! How are you, hon? I imagine you're doing the work lurk. And if so, thank you. It's lovely to have you here, hon. Alright. Where's my white gold? Are you still living? You're just living. You're just living. How are we going? 10:20. We got 40 minutes. I think we're going to make it. I'm feeling a little bit more confident because we've gotten through the majority of it. But we've got still one more scary step to do. And I admit that this next step is going to be scary. Just on break. Approve. Ah. That's one way to do a Twitch redeem without being on Twitch, Samsara. Thank you. Oh, that's the other thing is I usually have an hourly timed 3-minute break where we stretch and hydrate, and particularly stretch because that's very important for me. So that's all good, Andromeda. We appreciate the work lurk. I'm so glad you could be here. You're welcome, Marcy. I'm more than happy to share techniques. I love being able to share techniques because I also learned so many cool techniques from everybody else. So it's like, hey, that's really cool. This is what I did with your technique. Also, this is what I do. You know? That's how you learn and discover new ideas. And yeah. So if you do try it, please show me because I would love to see what people create with this. It's been really cool watching Renee dabble with the technique on her Try It Tuesdays, and I really hope I do get to see some others. And you know, if you get stuck, if I ever explain stuff really weirdly or not very clearly at all, just hit me up and be like, yo, what the heck do you mean? Because I speak weirdly sometimes. I don't word good sometimes. I try. But also words are... Alright, so what I'm just doing is we're just kind of like blocking out some of these background details a little bit more just to recede it away, because again, I want his face to be the feature. And I think we're at a point that we can do the next scary stuff. Andromeda! Oh my god! Nah, we just can't have you on the channel anymore, I'm afraid. Nah, you can't be one of my Discord mods. Nah, you have to go now. Get out of here. Kidding. You are more than welcome. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, you know. Again, the numbers don't matter. If you find me, you find me. You don't, you don't. You subscribe? Amazing. You don't? Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Federica, so sorry. I just saw your message. Yes, I am using the Liquitex acrylic ink. And I've also got some Kaisercraft shimmer spray that I've been using as well. So I've primarily been using the muted green, carbon black, the white, and the bright iridescent gold. It's a good way to put it, ambient. It's quite possible because there is a lot of crossover, but the concept now that language is one side and art is the other has kind of been disproven, because they are starting to realize just how much interconnectivity there is between groups. So like visual processing, instead of just being like, they used to think, oh, it's just like in the front of the brain and that's where the visual cortex is, and it's like, well, actually no, because visual cortex also results in movement, it also responds to like space recognition, detection, visual creativity. So they're starting to go, oh shite, everything's connected everywhere, and we all have these different neural pathways that some people don't make the correct pathways, and that's how you get people with like differently thinking things. And they're really starting to investigate all this. It's really cool. But yeah, there is some people who definitely have more pathways connecting one side than the other as well. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're going for, is that camera blur effect, and we're going to really start creating some definition as well. Just ordered some Bob so clingers as well. Heck yeah, that's what I love to hear. Now I'm going to freak all of you out. Where are my scissors? Where is anything on my desk at this point? I was using my scissors earlier. Like literally just before I went live, I was using my scissors and I put them right there so I could get them, because I knew I was going to need them. And you think they're right there? No, because of course not. I swear to God. Found him. I'm dying to eat a cheeseburger, fries, and Coke. Heck yeah, Yana. Get it. Get it. Only got metallics and white. Yeah, I definitely want to get some more. I am really starting to love them. The white is pretty good as an opaque white. It's not the most opaque white of everything I own, but it's good to get sort of that mostly opaque white. Yeah. No, that's all good. I do that all the time too, Ambient. Yeah. I mean, the field of like psychology, the understanding of the brain and how everything works is such a new field. Like they call it a new field because it's only in the last 100 years or so that they really started developing even the field of psychiatry and psychology. Not psychiatry. Psychiatry's been there for a while, but psychology and that understanding of how the brain works. And it's, yeah, again, a lot of, like when I was doing all my papers at uni, it's just like so much of it is just, we don't understand this yet. We don't understand this yet. And you're learning, like I had to do this big massive section on Freud and his learnings. And the first thing you learn is we don't follow the teachings of Freud. But you have to learn it to understand the basis of how this journey has begun and how things are getting to the place of where they are. So yeah, it's such a new, interesting field. Really enjoyed learning all the psychology. Right, so I've just created like a really, really terrible little mask because we do not want to get this on our face. And this is incredibly pigmented, but I also want to create a bit of a blur around the edge. So we're just going to go and start really bringing in those darker tones. And the thing with spray bottles, like you can do your full press to get like a nice flat spray, but you'll see I'm also creating some splotches as well, and I'm doing a half press. So I'll do a full press and then I'll do a couple of half presses. Full press, couple of half presses. So we get that variation because we want some differing textures. We don't want all flat. We want some splatter and then we want some fine mist. And I did not do this at the start because I did not want this actually blurring in everywhere on the page. I warned you it was going to be scary. I gave you a warning. You can't blame me. I tried to warn you. Alright, so once again, I am going to start blasting with the hairdryer. And before I do that, we're going to do a very smart thing, and we're just going to check. So we have like one little area here where the black's gone a bit too high. So we're probably going to have to fix that one up afterwards, but for the most part, I think we're good. So yeah, I'm going to start blasting. That sounds fantastic, Shani, and something I would love to do, because I've also been loving my ink tints lately, but I only have the pencils, and I do want the blocks, and I don't even have the full colour range of the pencils, but yes, I can see this working brilliantly with ink tints as well. Right, so we've just got a couple of little areas where I didn't quite angle the protection properly, but that's okay. It's easy fix up. Might need some more white ink though. Where's my white? There's my white. If you want to see more of this technique, if you're thinking of trying it and you're like, oh, I don't know, I've missed sections or whatever. I mean, obviously this will go up as a VOD thingy, my bob. Words. I can word. I know English. I know words. Obviously this will go up. There's also a couple of others on my channel that I've done previously as well. So you can also watch more in there. I think with the Merms one, I really do try to slow it down and show you a bit more in detail. So this one's going to be a bit messy because that black is not actually set properly, but that's okay. We're just going to, you know, the wings are going to be a bit iridescent. We'll just add to this one and then it looks like it's purposeful. Look at that. It's purposeful. Done. Easy fix. So yeah, now we've got these sort of edges around. Again, that black is an iridescent, so it's also going to add a bit of shine. And now it's just a case that we can pick at things and add to it. I'm wondering if we maybe should add some more gold, but I think whatever we add gold to is going to create additional features, and I really just like leaving it as his eyes. Like, it's all about the eyes. So here I was thinking we might not get it done in time, but I think we're actually just about done. I'm just literally going to pick at it. Samsara, second puberty is correct. Yes, so there's quite a couple of videos about the merms. Don't you fall onto the wet ink. This is dangerous. So these ones here, there is a couple of, there's a video dedicated to just creating that background where I do try to slow down the background and explain about the background, and then there's a couple of live stream recordings because I painted that over a couple of live streams. So, and then there's a time lapse of the, I don't know why I put it away. Why did I even put it away? Why did I put it away? There is a time lapse of the copyright information page as well. So yeah, changing the colors of your ink also produces different effects. I really like it for water because of the fact that there is a slight translucent nature to all of this. It means like the merms still have that interesting texture underneath, and it looks like that they've got a water film over top of them, like they are underwater, and I really like that. Close enough, Ambient. Close enough. It's okay. My name gets mistaken all the time. The little logo in the corner with the rainbow pencil, the rainbow pencil's name is War Dart, because my name is often misread as Anime War Dart. And I'm like, well, pencils are kind of like a dart. You know, you sharpen those tight enough and that's definitely going to cause some damage. So the little rainbow pencil is War Dart. And I am working at the moment to make him animated so that he will actually talk. And you can type little messages and make him talk. Don't know how to integrate that to YouTube, but we'll figure it out. And you learn new techniques. I have mango color spray. I can art experimentation. Heck yeah, get that art experimentation on. We love a bit of art experimentation. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go through, and anywhere that I want to just make it pop more, we're just gonna darken ever so slightly, but I think we're pretty close to done. Mostly just gonna work around those eyes and make sure those eyes absolutely pop, because it is all about the eyes. And I just love how quickly, like, to do a whole Kerby page in 2 hours is very, very quick. So I think that's one of the favorite things about this technique, is how quick it is, because when you are trying to do as many pages as I am per month, anything that kind of helps you, you know, still achieve the look you want, but also speed up a page significantly, take it. You're more than welcome. I really hope you'll do go, and even if it's not on a Kerby, if it's just on some scrap paper, you know, it's probably a really good technique for mermaid coming up. We have mermaid coming up, so if you want to create some, you know, abstract water backgrounds, any PDFs, anything like that, really good opportunity to just pull out some wet media and practice creating those abstract backgrounds. And then just pulling out, you just need a white and a black, and you can start pulling out details. Probably shouldn't sing along to the music because it's quite possibly not synced up. I have a terrible tendency to do that. I gotta remember to not do that. Pencil butter! Hello! It's going good. We're actually very close to the end of it because it's only a short one on here before Renee takes over. But we have done this whole thing in just under 2 hours. Pencil butter is one of my original YouTube crew friends from way back in the day. And for anyone who was at my mental health charity stream where we were giving away colouring pages, she was also one of our sponsors and gave away a bunch of colouring pages. And I've featured her a couple times on the channel because I absolutely adore her. And she does really cool colouring pages, so... Way too strong. More water. More water. If in doubt. So there's only one other thing that I feel like maybe this page needs, and I've just got to decide if we're doing it or not. Can anyone guess what is the one element this page is probably going to have added to it that I tend to add to every single page? Oh, good, Bonnie. Take care. Oh, I love that you all know me so well. Glitter. We do love some glitter. Who wants some glitter? Right, so I am thinking either crystal for the green reflect or unicorn for the yellow reflect. Is there a way to make it like dust motes? I could do random dots with no edging on it and make sure it was thinner, so it would but it would look more like bubbles because it has an inherent gloss to it as well. It's not like it's just a flecks of glitter. The glue is going to leave a gloss effect. What I am thinking is our little bug wings would be really cute with it. So do we bring out the gold with unicorn or do we bring out the green blue with crystal? I am personally leaning towards the unicorn. See, if I was on Twitch, I could start a poll right now to solve this. You'll take all the glitter? No! No! Not my glitter. You leave my glitter alone, Pickle. It's my glitter. You get your pickle. You get your glitter. I was about to say you get your pickle. Oh, I love glitter. I can do a poll in here somewhere. I just haven't found it. And I can use my chat bot to also do one too. But I am seeing a very clear distinction to do the unicorn as well. You leave my glitter alone. I love my glitter. I have one around here somewhere too to put away. Put away that one. And then there's another one over here to put away. They lie. I'm sorry, Shani. The crowd has spoken. The crowd dictates unicorn. And I'm kind of leaning with the crowd. So we're going for it. And that's okay, Shani. I guarantee I will be using the glitter on another project because almost every page in Mythomorphia has glitter. I believe there are 2 pages without it. And both of them use shiny iridescent shimmer spray. So they still have a slight sparkle regardless. But every single other page has some form of glitter. One page is entirely covered in glitter. To the point where I need to do another seal coat on it because it's actually falling out. So, Renee, you will be live in about 15 minutes, correct? Boom. Quick blast to the hairdryer, so I'll be just mute again for a moment. Alright, that'll do. It's not quite fully dry, but it is close enough to being dry for me to feel comfortable to move it. Boom. 1 hour 49. So, if I move my wonderful little light here, you can see all that little shimmery glitter. You can see a little bit of the iridescence from the actual iridescent shimmer spray. And yes, Samsara, thank you so much, hun, for being here and helping out. Yes, I do have tearaway palette sheets. It makes life very easy because you can use it and then when you're done, you just tear them off. But yes, this is yet another page done in Mythomorphia. And how quick was that? 1 hour 50 with chatting, with me taking some stretches and taking it easy, and we have an entire page done. But thank you so much for being here for my first ever YouTube live stream. It's been absolutely amazing and really fun hanging out with y'all. And yes, I am now very tempted to come and do a once a week YouTube live stream as well. I will think about it, but in the meantime, tomorrow I will be live on Twitch. I do always post the links. I know some of y'all are scared, but it's not that hard over on Twitch, and a lot of my Twitch people are here. Samsara, Andromeda, SidePie, PB, Smalt. I saw all them pop over from my regular Twitch crew, so you all know some people over there too, so feel free to come over. It did not bleed at all, Melissa. We have a little bit of edge where I bled it over the edge. This is the only risk with the technique, and I have a plan for this background that involves black, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, absolutely no bleed through. Absolutely none at all. And yes, in the meantime, can also do exclamation Twitch Samsara. The mod command should still be working just like in Twitch. The yeah, so that'll be happening tomorrow, 10 a.m. New Zealand time, as per usual, although I also know that there is possibly another one of the 2 weeks with Kerby live here on YouTube. I am so bad at time math conversion that I don't know. So whatever this time is now for you, go look at the linked spreadsheet and see if there's someone on at this time tomorrow. And that means someone's on this time tomorrow. Yeah, time math is hard. But thank you for hanging out. It's been lovely to see you all. I will be back here 10 a.m. New Zealand Thursday next week. Work it out in your own time. And we will figure out what the heck we're going to do next, because yeah, we finished this page, so yeah. And in the meantime, take care, look after yourself, make sure you hydrate, take your meds. You know, self-care is sexy. We fully push self-care, and just remember to share a little bit of joy in this world, because you all bring me so much joy, and it's been so wonderful to be here. Let's all go say hi to Renee. I can't do a raid like I can do in Twitch. You can raid people, it's so fun. Be like, we're here. So yeah, let's all go start spamming Renee's chat with, we're here, to really be annoying and lovely. Bye everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.